The first card is the Chariot. See how beautiful that is? And it's in reverse. The next card is the High Priestess. I have Three of Swords in reverse. Not necessarily a bad thing. I have Nine of Cups in reverse. I have Ace of Swords in the middle of your spread. I have a King of Wands, and this is your energy. Wands are fire. They represent fire in the tarot. Three of Cups reverse. Your threes are reverse, which is sort of somewhat alarming. Simply because threes are that perfect number. They're considered a number of perfection. But you know, for instance, this Three of Swords, when this is upright, it means heartbreak and disappointment. So there's not, you know, it's not like threes mean happiness or joy or good, you know. Sometimes threes can represent negativity. But I think it is interesting that when these threes are reversed, we're talking about a not so perfect situation here. I have a Five of Pentacles reversed. And then this Emperor, which is a very strong card. Okay? And you'll note that this Emperor has a scepter in his hand. He's ruling. The scepter can also be a wand for you, Sagittarius. Okay, so I will shuffle for an outcome card after the main reading. I'm trying to get this lighting correct here. Okay. So, having said that, let's look at your major arcana. And the interesting thing is you have some strong major arcana. There are only two of them. You have three of them. You have a Chariot in reverse, which is about going backwards. Okay. The Chariot indicates harmony because you see these two horses pulling the chariot. They have to work together to go in one direction. So when this is in reverse, it means that things are not coming quite together for you. And keep in mind, this is in the past energy. Then this leads us to a High Priestess. And you see, not only does she have a scepter, but the moon is surrounding her. Her energies are based on the moon. The moon is secretive. The moon is about the subconscious. But this is also about understanding secrets and mysteries and things that are hidden from you. So I think this is a good card for you, Sagittarius, because then we get to, from this High Priestess, we go from the Chariot to this High Priestess, which seems to be a catalyst for you, because now we're going to the Emperor, where now you're taking control. Things have gone from chaos to order. And the interesting thing about this illustration is that you can see the king. He's in full armor. He has the scepter and the sphere, this ruling. The scepter can be seen as a wand. And he's watching the two children in the background. He's making sure that they're safe, that they're protected, that no harm will come to them. And that is the nature of the Emperor. To protect, to keep things, it's about safety and protection. The Emperor gains trust because the Emperor knows what he's doing. So I get the feeling, Sagittarius, that the month of September is going to be a gradual shift to feeling helpless into feeling powerful. That seems to be the theme for you based on your major arcana, especially since you have this Ace of Swords right in the middle here. And this Ace of Swords, especially seeing that it's next to your King of Wands here, this is definitely an indication you're going to get things together here. This Ace of Swords is about clarity and knowledge. It's also about conquest, conquering things, figuring out a way to get the upper hand. And that's not a bad thing. Sometimes we need to do what we feel is best for us, our highest good. And once again, you see this hawk. I think for this particular set of tarot cards, it's interesting that you have this, I don't think this is an eagle, I think this is a hawk. And remember, the hawk has very sharp vision. The hawk can go anywhere. It sees things clearly. And it's a very formidable predator as well. So I think this tarot deck has some very wonderful illustrations with some very unique interpretations with this hawk. And this is about a bird that is very intelligent. And you're going to harness this power, Sagittarius, especially with this King of Wands and this Emperor. He's holding the wand, he's holding a wand, and this is actually your nature, especially with the High Priestess. So you have these rulers. Your major arcana cards, the Emperor, the High Priestess, along with this King of Wands, they're actually revealing your nature, that you are in control, that you are capable of not only solving problems, but you're using your wisdom for good. You know, when a problem comes up, if someone brings a problem to you, Sagittarius, you're going to be able to figure it out. And I see this wonderful shift to where the Chariot, you're not moving forward as much as you would like with the Chariot, but with this energy of the High Priestess and the Emperor, the Ace of Swords and the King of Wands, these are very powerful cards that are indicating that you will have the upper hand and things are going to go your way, not just because someone's going to make it happen for you, but because you are going to make it happen for you. So this is a very lovely progression from dealing with confusion, you know, figuring out what you want to do, what direction, and then all of a sudden things start coming together for you near the end. Okay. So, another thing I want to point out, especially with this Chariot in reverse and the Ace of Swords, the Chariot is also a very strong card because it means going to war, to going forward to meet an enemy. You know, that's why I consider this, you know, when I come up with problem solving and conquering, that's what this Chariot is saying to me, that you're moving forward, you've got courage, you're not afraid, you're going to tackle this problem head on. And maybe there were circumstances that prevented you from doing that, but they're not going to prevent you for very long, as indicated with these other cards. These, like I said, these are some very, very strong cards here. With the Ace of Swords, the King of Wands, the Emperor, you have the swords, the scepter, the wands. These shows this symbolic power. You know, I get the feeling that whatever the situation or relationship is, you're going to handle it. And you're not afraid to walk away either. I think that this fire energy with the King of Wands, you are not afraid to take control over your destiny. So when I see this power with the Emperor and the High Priestess, like I said, you're indestructible. Okay? And so this is a wonderful spread that I'm looking at here for you. So going to this first row, as I said, things might have gotten in the way. There might have been some obstacles as indicated by the Chariot. And note how there's a moon in the Chariot, this new moon, or this partial moon. Then we go into the High Priestess, which also has crescents, that has moons. And these moons are very good energy because they represent your subconscious. It represents mysteries that you are tapping into, secrets and things going on in your life that you don't understand, but you will have understanding. That's what the High Priestess means. And so this Three of Swords, this disappointment or heartbreak that maybe you were dealing with in the past, and you even see in this illustration, you see what I think are these little druids or fairies, and then you see these, they look like dandelions, but I think they're more like lilacs. But you can sort of see that this is reverse, that whatever it is you don't understand about this pain and heartbreak that came into your life, I think that you're reversing that energy and you figured it out. This is in the past. As we go into a Nine of Cups, this is the card where maybe we're not as content as we would like. This is probably a residual energy. This is probably in the negative because that's Three of Swords is indicating that you're moving past a painful situation, but you're still not happy yet. And I'm kind of looking at this card and thinking, okay, you're not happy, but you're figuring this out. This is when the Ace of Swords starts to come around here emotionally. And this Nine of Cups seems to correspond with the Three of Cups. 9 is 3 is a factor of 9. 3 times 3 is 9. So when we go from a Nine of Cups to a Three of Cups, it seems as if we go from 3 to 9. That part of the problem with this Nine of Cups are the 3 cups within this situation. This is usually a card of friendship and happiness. But in the future, it's definitely indicating that there might be some friendships. There might be some friendships or relationships that might, how can I say this? It seems as if maybe there are some friendships or relationships that might suffer because you are taking back control, that you're not dealing with drama or issues here. I see this as a reversal of a particular friendship or relationship that's happening in the future. And I see that as part of this Nine of Cups, this unhappiness, this lack of contentment. And keep in mind that there's also an issue of loyalty that I see going on here. You know, I think the things that make you happy, Sagittarius, are people who have loyalty, people you can trust. And maybe part of that has to do with this Three of Swords reverse, that maybe someone broke your trust. Okay? And so it seems as if you're turning these swords around. This Three of Swords goes to the Ace of Swords. This Nine of Cups goes to a Three of Cups. It seems like these shifts and changes are happening because of decisions that you will be making. That's what I'm seeing with this Ace of Swords. Definitely with this King of Wands. This is all about taking back control. You're becoming more confident in what you're doing as far as this relationship and the decisions that you need to make. So when we get to the future here, these last three cards, not only do we have this Three of Cups reversed, meaning that maybe there's some friendships or relationships that you need to step back from, but the interesting thing is that this Five of Pentacles, which I've always considered the poverty card, this is reversed. And as far as money, you know, it's interesting because Pentacles seem to be prevalent. I think you broke that trend. You only have a Five of Pentacles here. I think that a lot of the things that go along with letting people go, it's also something that is beneficial for you financially. I think for some of you who are in a financial situation, I think that, you know, I keep seeing promotions, I keep seeing more money, I keep seeing windfalls that are happening for you. Okay? So that's when we get to the Emperor. That's when you take on more responsibilities for your happiness. But it just seems as if you're cleaning house here. Okay? And that's how I'm interpreting this Three of Cups with the Emperor along with this Five of Pentacles. That maybe there's a cleaning of house or getting things in order that will need to take place in the future. And this will affect the relationship, but it's going to be a very good action for you, this cleaning house, because I think it's going to enable you to move forward. Now I'm going to go ahead and shuffle for an outcome card. That was the Two of Pentacles that tried to come out. Okay. All right. Wow. A King of Cups. I think you're going to be happy, Sagittarius. Also, this could mean someone bringing happiness to you, someone who will make you very happy. But a King of Cups is a very happy person. I think it's interesting you have these rulers, these kings and emperors in your spread. And that's indicating to me that a lot of this happiness and things that are turning around, it's completely in your hands here. And you are taking on, I do see you starting to make decisions for yourself here. That you're going to want to start making certain decisions for your happiness. So it's interesting that these cups were reversed. And then in the outcome, you have this King of Cups showing up as a guarantee of happiness. I'm not necessarily seeing this as another person. So I see this as happiness attached to you finding happiness with another person. There's a difference there. Okay? This person might not be a water sign. But I do see this King of Cups in the outcome as you getting your happiness back, for sure. Okay, so Sagittarius, that was your reading. Thank you so much for subscribing, donating, and leaving your lovely comments for me. I love reading the comments. I love reading about how these readings are so relevant to you. If you're interested in a reading, there's a description in the video that has links. I also have a Twitter account now, so you might want to subscribe to my Twitter account. I will put that in the description as well. So thank you so much, and I hope you had a lovely summer, Sagittarius. And I will see you in October. Take care, and I will see you on YouTube.